Let's start with lesson number 1, which I believe is the most important lesson on PvP. It's stamina management, right? So let's say you're fighting some guy. Imagine there's a guy over there, right? And he starts shooting some spells at me like this, right? Well, your first thought would be to side dodge, right? Nuh-uh. That is not the right answer. What the right answer is if the spell is, say, Stupendo or Bombarda, right? If the spell is traveling about that fast, you can actually dodge it by running to the side with haste. That saves you from using a dodge, right? However, there's some situations where you can't sprint right away. Like if I'm using my gun, there's like a pretty sizable delay before it lets me sprint, right? That's when we use our parry. Always, always, always use your parry first, unless it is A, Avada Kedavra, B, a large AoE spell like Oceanus, Frigidus, I believe it's called, Ignicio, and Ignicium. Which brings me onto my second part. When do you parry? You can parry in almost every situation except for when your enemy is using fire. Because there is only one fire spell you can block, which is Ignis. But if you attempt to block Ignicio or Ignicium with parry, you will be in for a bad surprise. That is one rule I always follow, no matter what it is. If I see fire, I never parry. I always dodge it. Another thing on stamina management is you need to use cover. Don't be some ding-dong that runs around in the open, right? If there's a tree next to you, you use that crap. You use that crap right there. This tree can save you from spells like this, bro. It can save you from bees. See, I can't shoot through that tree. I can't shoot through it. Nothing can. Cover is good for one of two things. It's good for blocking bullets and blocking the line of sight of NPCs. Why is this important? Well, there's two very deadly kinds of NPCs in this game, which are Shades and Imperium bots. See, if someone uses Shades, and the Shades are sitting right here, like imagine they're all standing right where I am, right here, right? And let's say I'm in a fight with this guy, and he calls them right up there. If I just stand right here, I don't have to use my forward dodges to get away or kill the Shades. All I have to do is run around right here and they'll never see me. And the guy could come down here. We would just have to fight right here. That's all, right? Same thing with Imperium bots. If any of your enemies ever has an Imperium bot, always try to make sure that the bot doesn't see you, because as soon as it gets a lock on you, that thing's chasing you down till you're dead, or it follows someone else. 1. Always parry first. 2. Use haste. Haste is great for saving on stamina. And number 3, always use the environment to your advantage. Use cover where you can. Use cover behind trees. Use cover on mountains. Use cover on little slopes like this. Like this structure right here is the most powerful structure in the game. This little slope right here. Slopes are so powerful. You could use them to jump out of cover and shoot something really quick, you know? Or you could use them to block vision of NPCs. You know, they're just amazing. Always use these. So that's stamina management. Now, second is what spells to use, right? we all talk about what loadout is the best. You know, like, oh, I love using Electrificus because it's fast, you know? I love Bombarda because it has an explosion. I love Several because it can penetrate through people. I love Stupendo because it can ragdoll it. Right. You get what I'm saying? Every spell is different and unique. The thing about it is they all have to work and jive together. And something people don't think about is how many kills do I get for my loadout, right? And how well-rounded is my loadout? See, let's just look at mine real quick. On number 1, we have Ignicium. Ignicium is a very large and powerful AoE spell that can be used for hitting people around corners, blasting people through walls, and it's good for killing small groups of NPCs, right? It's very good. It's also very powerful. You can, like, one-tap someone with it, essentially. And Arma, it shoots very far, very accurately, and it does a lot of damage. You can get 3 kills with it if you're good enough. 3 is more of a wild card slot, so we can ignore that. I changed that one based on the situation. Machinum, you can easily get 3 kills with that. Easily. Episkio heals you. Heals you because we all make mistakes. Even the greatest players make mistakes. Always have a healing spell. And haste, so you don't use as much stamina. I have spells that work for AoE, hitting people around corners, shooting very quickly and far, as well as getting a lot of kills in a short amount of time. That is what your loadout should be able to do. You should always have an AoE, always have an ability to hit people around walls, always be able to shoot far, and always make sure that you can get a quick amount of kills in a short time. That is the GOAT loadout right there. If you're running Stupendo, and let's say you're running Electrificus, that is a very common loadout I've seen. It's a solid loadout. But the problem with it is that both of these combined is 1 kill. This is up to 3 kills on its own, right? This is 1 kill. This doesn't even count. This is like half a kill. This is garbage. Never use Ignicio. Several is 1 kill. Electrificus is 1 kill. Glacial Lancia is 1 kill. This one's a gambler spell. That one's a freaking gamble right there. This one doesn't kill anybody. This one sucks. Don't use it. So does this one. But what I'm saying is, make sure you have a spell that can get you a bunch of kills with just it on its own. Don't rely on this to get you kills. Rely on this. Rely on this. Rely on this. Rely on this. See, this is great. This is great because the cooldown kind of makes it act like other spells that can get a lot of kills quickly. Like, it's comparable to this. Because if you imagine you could shoot this 3 times, pretty spaced out, you could do the same thing with this, right? And AoE spells fit this category as well. You can get a lot of kills at once with AoE. You just have to play a little bit smarter. Like, you can get as many kills as you want with Ignicium. They just have to be close together. Same with Oceanus. It's great for that. Frigidus, it's a little bit on the weaker side, but still works. Right? So you want a spell that can get you a lot of kills quickly. And you want one that can shoot far. So, for far, I will go with Narma. Obviously, that one's like the best choice for this. But Bolt also works. So does Glacius. So does Salvaro. Salvaro shoots the furthest in the game. Frigidus shoots far. It's very fast. Abracadabra is good for this. Imperium? Yeah, I would say that too. The only reason why I'm not mentioning these other spells is because of how slow they are. That's another thing. Your spells have to be fast if you're using them from far away. Because what happens is if you shoot a slow spell like Stupendo from far away, they see it coming from a mile away, man. They just dodge it. They just dodge it. Like, if I shoot... Hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you how visibly slower this spell is versus the other one. Watch. 1, 2. I was almost able to count to 3. 1. See, that amount of reaction time will make or break you in a battle. If you're using Stupendo from far away, that is the biggest mistake you can make. Honestly. Using slow spells from far away. That is how you lose a fight. You're automatically worse than the other person if you use a slow spell from far away. Do not do that. That is terrible. That's absolutely terrible. If you're far away, only use fast spells. Use Bolt, use Glacius, use Enarma, use Machina, use Frigidus, use Avada Kedavra, whatever freaking crap, you know? Don't use this. Don't use that far away. Seriously, don't. Now, for close range spells, however, these ones absolutely kill it, right? I'm talking Halberd, I'm talking Severa, I'm talking Electrificus, I'm talking Matrificus, freaking Stupendo, I'm talking Machina, man, I'm talking Inlysius, you know, all Morse Mortem, especially, holy crap. But those spells are great for close range combat. Now, what's different in close range combat is it becomes less reaction time and more ending the battle faster. If you can end the battle faster than the other guy, you're gonna win if it's close range. If it's far range, ending the battle faster doesn't usually work. That is what comes down to reaction time, because that's when it's humanly possible to dodge stuff. In close range, though, it's not. It gets to a point where it's not. Like, if someone is right next to you and they're casting Stupendo, you need the reaction time of dang near an F1 driver, right? And I can assure you the average gamer doesn't have that. This is why this spell is great in close range, right? You want to end the battle as quick as possible. You want this spell in close range. You know why? Because that is an easy dub right there. Easy, bro. If they're ragdolled, kill him. Kill him. There you go. Same with Halberd. Halberd's great for that. Ragdoll him, kill him. And it does a lot more damage too, so it's a lot more easier to one-tap them, right? Same thing with Electrificus. If you can manage that, if you can manage to hit him with it, you know, that's pretty dang good. Because they're ragdolled, barely have any health. You can kill them with M1, I think. And then it recharges super quick, you know. Electrificus is a great close range spell. Honestly, like, people will always talk about which spell is the best, which one's the best. No, it's completely situational. It completely is. People glaze over these other spells because they're like, oh, these are the best ones in the game. Like, Enarma Volcara, that one gets so much freaking glaze, dude. Like, it's a good spell, but it's not the best spell. In close range, Enarma is not the best spell, you know? Far range, it's amazing. That's what everybody uses from far range, Enarma. It's great. It's an absolutely great weapon. Close range is not. Because if I'm hopping around, right, and my camera is like going all crazy trying to hit this guy that's also hopping around, my freaking bullets are gonna miss like crazy. But nah, bro. I throw one of these, bro, just their direction. It'll hit them. It'll hit them. I throw a freaking halberd in just their direction, bro, and I'm that close, I'll hit them, right? Throw Matrificus, I'll hit them, right? Throw an AoE down, you'll hit them, right? They're great. So that's far range and close range combat. We have stamina management. So what else do we have? Trying to think. Oh yeah, the only 2 ways to win a fight. I've actually made a video on this before. You can go ahead and watch it. Otherwise, I'm just going to recap it in this one, because this is like an updated version of my pro tutorial, right? So, you only have 2 ways of killing people. It's either A, reaction time, or B, stamina. If you run out of stamina, man, you can't dodge anymore. You're done. You lose, bro. Someone shoots at me, I'm dead right now. Like, if I got no parry, no dodges, bro, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, bro. I can get hit by anything they want. Right? And another thing is reaction time. That's what I was talking about, the close range spells earlier. So if you get right up close and personal, man, like this close, there's a good chance that the average person will not be able to dodge that, right? Right? So then what happens is now that they're ragdolled and I can shoot them. That's literally it. Those are the only 2 ways to win a fight. I mean, a third way to win the fight would be like user error, like if the person just makes a mistake. But I would still put that under reaction time. Because in all reality, they just didn't react to it, right? Obviously. But if you want to be the best, this is how you gotta play. You gotta play smart. Like, you could be the best by being fast. You could be fast. You could be faster than everybody. But if someone outsmarts you, that's that. You know? You gotta be smart as well. And with this tutorial, if you watch it to its complete entirety, you will become a mastermind at fighting. You'll become a genius. 120, 50 million jillion IQ. Battle-wise. I cannot teach you how to get good at school. But that's how you get good at PvP, bro. That's how you get good. If you just follow those instructions, man, you'll be great. Now, another thing, the rest of this video is going to be on tips and tricks that I know, alright? I know a lot of tips and I know a lot of tricks, right? So first tip, obviously, always use cover. Always use cover to your advantage, right? But I didn't tell you, how the heck do you easily shoot from behind a wall like this, you know? Like, you gotta jump up, and then you gotta kind of run up there and then run back right away without getting hit, right? Watch this. Easy, clean, efficient, fast. A lot of people don't practice this, especially using it this way. If you stand right behind cover, you start casting your spell, and you press F right when you're about to shoot, directly right when you're about to shoot, you will pop out of cover for that extremely short amount of time. Okay? And your spell will go flying, and boom! The other guy can't really hit you. He has a hard time doing it. I've done this so many freaking times. Another thing is, let's see, let's go over... You go over here, right? My goodness. Okay. And someone's chasing you on a broom, right? And it's not looking like a good fight. You're like, oh man, I'm getting shot bad over here, right? Teleport under this bridge. You'll freaking disappear. They won't even know where you went. I'm telling you, man, it works every time. It even works over here as well. You know why? It's because this water triggers the anti-cheat when you go in it and there's something above you. Like, if you go in this water here, your character just does this, right? It's kind of lame, honestly. But if there's something above you, it puts you up there. Especially good for running away from people. Because they'll be like, where the heck did he go? Bro just teleported. You know, and then they'll look on the map thinking you apparated or something, right? It works every time. Another great tip I will say is making money in this game, right? Everybody knows the NPC grind is just so monotonous. It's terrible. The NPC grind sucks. But you know what you can do? Have people grind for you. See, every single stream, I go and I kill grinders. I kill big groups of them, right? And I have a lot of fun doing it. But a side effect of that is I make a lot of freaking money. So what I'm saying is you do the same thing, but do it for the money, right? That's a great way to make money. It's one, fun, and two, you can get a lot from it if you're really good at it. And if you want to know the best way to do it, just watch my streams. You'll see me just flying around, cruising around, killing everybody at these bandit camps, right? But if you want to know the fastest way, you just get the Baron Crown and then teleport to all these. That's the fastest way, but that's the most fun way, though, in my opinion. Another trick is always, like, what the heck? Why can't I kill you? Oh, he has spawn protection, duh. What the heck? Okay. I was gonna say, another trick that I have up my sleeve is whenever you're about to use something and you don't have any other options. You don't have anything that clicks quickly, right? So imagine, like, all my stuff is used up, right? And I gotta kill this person. And I have dodges, right? What I should do is I should use Ignisium to kill him, right? But the thing about Ignisium is that you're kind of stuck in place and you can kind of die. You're pretty vulnerable while you're casting. That's an issue, right? I have a solution to that works 70-ish% of the time, right? So side dodge. What happens here is for the first half-ish of the casting animation, I have iframes. Very helpful. And the reason why I hop on the broom is because there's a chance for spells to miss, actually, if you hop on your broom right when the spell is about to reach you. Like, lassos have missed, stupendos have missed, glacius has missed before. People have missed bolts doing that. You know, especially if someone's using, like, an armor, it can throw them off. It can actually throw them off. Like, it works. It actually works. Like, instead of just standing still and shooting your spell, do that instead. It is especially effective. Man, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Nah, it's just, this is some random thing I was talking about. But, yeah, that's another trick I got. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Also, a tip that I have. Pick your fights, bro. Like, if someone is, like, using Mors Mortem, right? And they got, like, 3-ish people around them, you probably shouldn't fight them, right? But if someone's alone, you know, you can make them a fight a lot easier. Obviously, that's just a given, you know? Don't go after someone that's way stronger than you, or someone that has a large group of friends. Don't do that. Just don't do it if you can't do it. You won't lose a fight you don't start, am I right? Oh yeah. That's basically the entirety of this new video, though. You know? Like, if you want to be good at PvP, man, you listen to me, man. I'm serious. This is good knowledge right here to have.